Good morning, everyone. Hello, Antonio. My name is Michelle. I am a teacher in Milano Meravili. I'm from Pakistan and I've been living in Milan for about 3 years now. And with us, we have.
I am Seth. I'm also a teacher at Meravigli in the center of Milan. Um, and I am from the United States. And I have also been in Milan for almost 3.5, years.
And how long have you been in Italy?
3.5.
Three and a
I
half.
can't, yeah, but I lived here once before several years ago as well.
Amazing. With us, we have Elena. She says hi. She's from Palermo, and she's one of our students in Meravili.
Nice.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, guys, if you are watching this, write to us and let us know your name and where you're from. We love it when you guys interact with us. It makes the
Yeah.
lesson really interesting. We have Lorenzo, who's from Florence. Hi, Lorenzo. And we have Elisa. She's from Treviso. Hi, Elisa. Okay, so today we are going to talk about language, colorful language.
I love this lesson. It's one of my favorites.
Mine too. Okay, so Seth, when we talk about colorful language, we also just don't mean language which uses color, but we use it as an idiom, as a euphemism for something else as well, right?
Yeah, so a lot of times colorful, like if especially if the color refers to emotions in
Mhm.
particular, and even to say like, oh my goodness, like that person uses very colorful language, that expression in itself usually means that maybe the person is using bad language, saying things in a very not just colloquial, maybe even in a way that makes you feel a little embarrassed, using bad words, using um, maybe words that are like overly um, yeah, that make you think, oh goodness, like that's not appropriate for this particular moment. It's colorful.
Right. So when you use offensive words, whether they are abusive or words that are offensive to certain people, certain groups of people, we would call that colorful language, right?
hmm
Okay, let's dive into it. Seth, would you like to read?
Yes. So today in our focus activity, we will learn some common color idioms, um, guessing the meaning of the expressions, which is kind of fun because some of them are very interesting. Then we practice using these new expressions by telling some stories, and perhaps if we have time, creating a color scheme for a building.
Okay, that's fun. That would be, I think, if we have some time, that could be a lot of fun. Moving on. Okay, so this is the fun part. Write to us and let us know. Oh, lovely. We also have a teacher from Amaya called Amaya. Hi, Amaya.
Hi,
She's one of
Amaya.
our teachers in France. Please participate. We're so happy you're here. The more the merrier, right?
Maya, when I was much younger, when I was 16 years old, I lived in Lyon for 1 year. It's a great city. I'm a little bit jealous that you live in Lyon. I love Lyon.
Oh, wow. You have a beautiful French accent. How is that, Seth?
My mother is Quebecoise. I speak French probably better. Well, I don't know at this point. My French and my Italian, I speak both really well. So
Yeah, so Seth, you're a bit of a polyglot. Do you speak four languages?
but French, Italian, English, and if you're referring to Chinese, then I lived in China for 3 years, but Chinese is really, really difficult. I can get by in a very basic way in in Chinese. Like basically enough to say hi, please speak English. My Chinese is bad. Like that's what I can do. But yeah,
Okay, Amaya is originally from Canada. I
nice.
love that. Okay, so jumping into the material, true colors. What are your favorite colors? Guys, write to us and tell us your favorite color. Seth,
Yeah.
what?
Okay. So this is hard for me because my favorite color changes every day. Oh, see, like this would be typical Seth. I got them all. I've got them all. And because I don't want to choose just one. So that is my answer. I don't have, but in general, I'm going to say that my favorite colors are usually the ones that I tend to rotate between are like yellow, blue, and green. I'm gonna say,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. How about you?
Um, okay, so black. I wear a lot of black. I do like black. I like blue, but
Hmm.
only certain shades of blue, like periwinkle blue. That's a
Oh, nice.
very particular shade of blue.
Yeah.
And I love lavender, which is a light purple.
Mhm. Yeah. 11. Yeah. Nice.
When
You
I
wear
was a Mhm.
well. You wear black a lot. I mean,
I
like, but that says you're when you dress, you always look great at work, and so, but usually darker colors.
yes, I do prefer black, but to wear black, the reason behind that is that I am a clumsy individual. And black hides all the stains of my clumsiness.
Nice.
So, how would you define clumsy?
Clumsy, great word. A clumsy person is the person who is always um it's a word that refers to like a physical or like to not a physical aspect, but it's the a person who falls a lot, who trips, who breaks things, who's always sort of bumping into things. In your case, so you're clumsy because when you eat, you often get food on your clothes. A clumsy person. I'm not
No,
that
you're not
clumsy.
clumsy. No, no, you're not.
Uh
We have Enrico here who says his favorite color is blue. What shade of blue do you like, Enrico? We have
uh
Elena who says her favorite color is also blue. And Elisa says her favorite color is black.
black. Francesca says it's white. Oh, we
I
both wrote a nice
do.
definition for clumsy.
Okay, so what colors are in fashion at the moment?
We live in a city. We live in Milan, so in Milan, we see. I should have an answer to this right away, but I don't think I do. I'm trying to think. I haven't been in the stores lately because I can't go to the stores. So, do you know what colors are like? I'm trying to think. What I've seen, the last like really big fashion thing, because in Milan we see like kind of the front edge, even like the
Hmm.
really new fashion, and this is old now already in Milan. But the last thing I remember from like Dolce and the big producers were like not military, but like they were jackets and things that were sort of military inspired, but like old military inspired. So there were like the epaulettes on the shoulders and gold buttons, and the colors were quite bright, blue and white and red. I don't know though. Do you know what's? I don't know what colors are in fashion.
So the fashion palette for 2020 is supposed to be, like you said, military almost shades.
Ah,
So khaki.
got it. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So khaki, navy, deep blue, white, brilliant whites, accented with some loud colors like flame red, orange, or a bright red.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys remember, last year we had neon colors, right?
Yeah.
Which was really loud and really bright.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Laura who says she likes blue and white, like the French stripes.
Nice.
Oh, like the Benetton top, right? The
I
striped
love, yeah,
shirt.
Benetton always has bright colors and I love it. I love it.
So Lorenzo completely understands you. He says that it changes every day. It depends on his mood.
Yeah, me too.
Marcelo, hey Marcelo,
Green,
how's it
green, green.
going?
Hey, Marcelo. He's one of our students. Always a happy guy.
So nice to have you here. He brings such great energy to our classes, and his favorite colors are green, green,
Green,
and
green,
more green.
green.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Which colors suit you, Seth?
Which color suits me? So to suit, this is always a word that's interesting. Um,
Mm.
if something suits you, it we often use it with clothes. Um, and maybe I don't think you'd use it with food, but you maybe with particular like decorations, more things that have to do with, but things that you would like, but it's more like a visual or like the feeling you have about something.
Hmm.
So if something suits you, it means that it goes well with you, that you like it. So when we talk about clothes, um, we're talking if a color suits you, it means that the color looks good on you. So if you wear, like for me, to answer the question, which color suits me, um, well, I think like usually I wear a lot of like sort of like more I think they call them like cool colors. So like darker colors, blues, darker blues, green, brown. Um if I wear red or yellow or orange, for example, my skin I don't look good, at least to me. You and I have talked about this before.
Yes, we have.
um, but so if something suits you, it means that it compliments you. It looks and it's sort of personal, um, but a lot of it, at least with clothes, has to do with usually like our skin tone. Um, it might even have to do with the shape. Like if we try something on, this would not have to do with color, but if you put on a sweater or a shirt at the store and the size is wrong, you could also say this doesn't suit me. It's too big, it's too small. So it basically means it's good for me.
Right, and we can also use the word suit, for example, if something is inconvenient. For example, if Seth and I were to meet for coffee, and I asked him, does 2 p.m. suit you? So is 2 p.m.
Mhm.
convenient? Is it acceptable?
Yeah.
Seth, what would you say?
Right now, 2 p.m. does not suit me because I am not allowed to leave my house. Yeah, you're right. Though. So in a situation, if we're talking about a situation, suit would mean like convenient. But if we're
Mhm.
talking about clothing, really, either size or color, then it would have the idea of it looking good on us.
Right,
I would say we use it pretty often. We say it pretty often.
we
Yeah.
do. Enrico says he would never wear violet because he's a
Ah,
theater
yes.
actor. I don't get that.
This would be, I do get this because I also know the theater, but this is
Yeah,
a particular an Italian, at least as far as I know. In English, at least in American culture, this is not a thing.
right.
But um, in the theater in Milan, you don't wear purple. It's bad
Why?
luck.
Oh, okay.
So like even so far that from what I understand is if you go to the Scala and you're wearing like and just to see the show, if you're wearing purple, they don't let you in.
Ooh, okay.
You have to
I'm gonna
cover
wear
it.
purple.
Yeah. So purple is a unlucky color for actors in Italy. In the United States, we don't have this. I don't know if in England, I don't know what other countries, but yes. Watch though that for us though, Violet, Enrico, Violet is still English has many, many, many words for colors. We like to be very specific about our
Hmm.
colors. And violet and purple are not the same color for me. Are they for
No,
you? Yeah.
no, they're
So
not.
so like to me, like violet is like a lighter purple, no?
Yes, absolutely. So I would a very light purple with a touch of blue,
Yeah.
right? Whereas lavender is just a really light shade of purple.
Yeah. And I think that with the theater, whenever I've seen things translated, they use purple. And from what I understand, it's purple, which is a deep purple is a pretty deep color um, in
Hmm.
English. So
I agree. Okay, moving on. If you guys want to participate, don't forget to write to us. We love that you guys are interacting
yeah,
with
thank you
us.
so far. It's been great.
It is. Okay, what colors have a special meaning in your country?
um, I wouldn't like we have certain holidays that Christmas is in the United States red and green are Christmas
Hmm.
colors. Um, Halloween, black and orange. Um, I suppose like for the like as for patriotic reasons, red, white, and blue are the color of our
Hmm.
flags. But I think that we don't have colors that are necessarily like symbolic or anything or particularly special. They're just connected in a special way to holidays, but not not in a super strong way or anything.
Right.
How about for you?
In my country, colors don't have, we don't really talk about color symbolism as much. What we do think of as white and green primarily, because those are the colors of my flag, of the
Oh
flag of
yeah.
my country, right? So the white is meant to represent the minorities, because a small portion of the flag is white, and the green is supposed to represent the majority, and the brotherhood, the Muslim brotherhood, as it were.
Okay.
But in I know this is slightly different because in the Western tradition, brides wear white on
Yeah.
their wedding day to symbolize purity. And in the Eastern tradition, brides usually wear bright colors. They usually wear
Mm,
red or pink or yellow, something really bright,
nice.
because it's only when your husband dies that widows wear white.
Ah, they were white when the because in like the European Western culture, we would wear black.
Right. Um,
Wow.
the the people attending the funeral will be black, but typically, according to conservative traditions, the widow is expected to wear white because her
Oh.
life is devoid of color now that her husband has left the
Oh
world.
my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's deep.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
What? So we have Elena here who said, sorry, Elisa, who says that she never wears fluorescent colors because they are terrible. I agree.
A bit much. Would we say this though? Would we say fluo in English or would we say fluorescent?
We would definitely say either neon or fluorescent.
Yeah. Elena also, what does she say for us? Orange and yellow, the colors of Sicily. Beautiful. Nice. I would much rather be doing a quarantine in Sicily in a house by the beach. Even if I can't go to the
Mm.
beach, just to look at it would be fine. Oh,
Yes, that would be lovely. Do you? What about you guys? Elena has told us about the symbolism of color in Sicily. Why don't you tell us what you think? Okay, moving on. How do certain colors make you feel?
um, they have written here, does yellow make me feel happy? I would say in general, um, Well, of course, like a bright colored, but in general, I don't think I connect. I don't think I connect with colors that much. But um, but yeah, I mean, I guess green would be, kind of green would be like a nature color, blue, a sort of the sea or relaxing color. Um, but black, I don't think I connect black with like I think many people might think black like death or heaviness, but I tend to think of black as being more peaceful, to be honest. I think just because you can't see anything. It's kind of it's a relax to me. I don't know. I think of
No,
black as
it's
being
true. I think of black as very calming as well. But my dad thought like that black is depressing, and he really did not like it when I wore black for Christmas. He was so upset. He
yeah,
was like, "Why would you wear this? This is the color of mourning." Okay, that's a good word, to
it is
mourn.
to mourn. That has to do with funerals again. Mourning is like this the feeling of sadness, but it's also sort of the um, I would say it's sort of a cultural word as well. Different cultures, people are expected to mourn in different ways. Like you had said in your culture, in very traditional Pakistani culture, a woman wears white when her husband dies. So the way that she shows that she is in mourning is to wear white. Um, so to mourn is sort of the physical way that we show that we're sad about something. Exactly. And it's
Right.
interesting
And
the
mhm.
pronunciation, just like morning, evening, afternoon, morning. It's the same pronunciation, but with a different spelling. So,
Right, and this is not just Pakistan, it's also India, where women are asked to wear white once their husband passes away.
huh.
Okay, moving on. Guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to write to us so we can help you out.
Hmm.
Seth, would you like to read?
Yeah. So I'm just typing something real quick so we can get
Mm-hmm.
some participation. There we go. So, colors in mood. Certain colors can be used to describe a mood or feeling. What do you think each of these colors can represent? So, this is kind of interesting because in English, um, I'm sure that Italian has its own way of doing this, but in English, we have lots of idioms using color and they represent a specific feeling. So maybe like I'm happy, I'm sad, or whatever. We also have some idiomatic ways that we can say these things using color, and that's what we're going to look at now.
Okay, first up we have green, and okay, never mind. Here we go. So here we have the colors and the idioms that go with it. Why
Hmm.
don't you guys participate and tell us what you
Yeah.
think they mean? In the meantime, Antonio says that his favorite color is blue because it is the color of his favorite soccer team, Lazio. And
Oop.
he's not too keen on fashion, so he doesn't know what color is in fashion at the moment. But he does enjoy wearing blue and green because they look good on him.
Nice. Nice.
And here we have Lorenzo. Lorenzo says that in Italy, green is used for hope, good luck, good prospects. And Elisa says good luck. So
Oh,
it's interesting because that's very different in the English tradition, right?
well, I suppose in Ireland, I didn't think of that. That just
Mm,
recently, on March 17th, was
yeah.
St. Patrick's Day. And so in
Hmm.
Ireland, but neither of us are Irish, so maybe we don't connect with that. But
No.
green is often a lucky color especially if you're from Ireland. Uh, yeah. Oh,
Okay, but interestingly enough, we do not, when we say green with envy, we are not talking about good luck, but we are talking about Seth. What do you think?
If you are green with envy, you are very, very, very jealous.
Mm.
Extremely jealous. Yeah. What does it mean to envy someone? What is envy?
So envy is when it's another way to say you are jealous of someone. When you are jealous about something someone else has. So it's the desire to have something that someone else has, but a
Mhm.
negative desire.
Yeah.
Oh, Antonio on the nail. He says green with envy means to be jealous, and seeing red means to be angry. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I like seeing red. I mean, it to me, it's like if you. I think that this comes actually from that. This expression comes from bullfighting, from fighting with the
Mm-hmm.
bull, because they get so crazy. The cows, the male cow, the bull, that they're seeing red, and also because the bullfighter always has the fabric, the cape that is
Mm-hmm.
red, and that makes the bull angry. I think is somehow connected with that idea.
I think you're right. And Elisa says the color of red symbolizes love. This is true even in the US and the UK, right? Red is used for love. But if you say you are seeing red, it means you are very angry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
Anton.
Antonia's
Go
got
for
a
it.
lot of them. Yeah, nice.
Hmm.
We can put that up there so we can. So feeling blue means to be sad, but feeling blue is like if you're just it's a heavy sad. So I mean, if someone tells me they're feeling blue, I'm probably going to ask them what's wrong because it's a heavy sad. And even in the you can see up above it says sad or lonely. And I think that the lonely aspect is an important part of feeling blue. When you feel blue, you're probably alone in your room. It's a heavy sad.
Right.
Um,
It's like being a little depressed, but not clinically depressed.
mhm, mhm.
Right? And there's a really famous song, a Christmas song, right? I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that song. I love Elvis.
Do
And
you do you get blue on like on certain holidays? I always on Christmas am a little bit blue because I'm not with my family. I'm always a little blue.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm always a little blue on Christmas. In fact, I am a little blue today because today is a national holiday back home.
Ah.
Uh-huh. So, but it's coronavirus season, so everyone's home.
Hopefully there's not going to be an official coronavirus season. This is a one-off thing and then we're done.
From your lips to God's ears. Oh, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Yeah. Um, I'll keep talking about. So Antonio has the other ones. White as a ghost means to be scared or afraid. So this has the idea that because right now, I actually on the camera screen, I'm very pale on this camera, but yeah, I'm so afraid that like all of the color whoosh, leaves my face. Um, so I'm white as a ghost. Sometimes we also I might use white as a sheet, and the
Mm-hmm.
sheet like a sheet of example sheet of paper that's very very white. Um, the last one is my absolute favorite. I love tickled pink. I just think it's a really cute thing. Um, what does it mean if we're tickled pink?
Can you guys guess? It's when you're very happy, you're very pleased with yourself, something has gone really well, so you
Mhm.
are tickled pink.
Yeah, and to tickle is like when you have a little baby. Yeah, and if you can see, ha 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 ha, he. This is tickling. So, I think this comes from the idea of a baby. When you tickle a baby, the baby laughs, and so the baby often will become pink or red because they're happy. So to be tickled pink means you're very very happy. I like that one
I
because it's
do. It's a
if you're
happy.
tickled pink, it's like a really genuine happiness. I think I would probably say this like if someone gave me a present, an unexpected present, and I was really, really surprised and really happy, and I felt like touched by
Mhm.
the gesture. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm tickled pink. This is so nice that you did this for me." Yeah. And
Okay,
the last,
Lorenzo.
go ahead.
Lorenzo says something very interesting. He says that the blue hour is the hour after the sunset, a moment for melancholy.
I've never heard that before. The blue hour.
I've heard it in passing. I've never used it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's nice to have someone bring up stuff we don't really hear
Yeah, yeah,
often.
thank you.
Okay, last one, black. To be in a black mood.
This one's easy, I think, to understand. A black mood is a bad, bad mood, depressed, heavy, grumpy. Grumpy's a great
Hmm.
word.
Yeah, I love the word grumpy. Another word, cranky.
Cranky and grumpy, all the same. Usually, I can be grumpy in the morning. Right when I wake up, I'm a little
Yeah.
bit grumpy, cranky, nice one. And how would we describe those? Like depressed is heavier than grumpy. Grumpy is like I get grumpy irritable. That's perfect. Yeah. When I'm hungry, when
I
I'm
get hangry, right?
another good one.
So I've taught my boyfriend this. Hangry, right? It's when when you get angry because you're so hungry. I don't know if anyone else goes through that, but this is this is something that I genuinely struggle with. I have to remember to eat
Yeah.
to prevent getting hangry.
And this is sort of like an invented word. It's not
Yep.
it's used, it's a real word in the sense like when we're speaking people use it a lot, but like don't use it at school with your teachers. Well, at my S, absolutely you can use it, but it's a slang word, but it's really popular right now to say like, "Oh my gosh, I'm hangry. I need something to eat."
Absolutely. Okay. So Antonio has a question. What about
Mhm.
yellow?
Can you think of any expressions with yellow?
Yellow, yellow, dirty fellow.
I don't know that one. So if you um
No, it was just it was a rhyme that we used to say when we were kids, yellow, yellow, dirty fellow, when we wanted to make fun of someone.
well, I'm having this idea that if you say someone is yellow, I think it has maybe something to do with being not
Hmm.
trustworthy. I think it might,
Yes,
but
a
I can't.
traitor, like a coward.
Yeah, he's yellow. This person's yellow. Someone who's not who you can't trust.
Hmm.
But I wouldn't say it's super popular. I actually, as I'm saying it, I'm thinking of my grandpa saying, "Don't be yellow." So, um, if my grandpa said it, it might be old, but
Just might be.
yeah. But I don't
Um,
think in
would you
general
say
it's yellow.
yellow bellied?
Oh, and but yellow bellied also means a coward. Exactly, exactly. If someone's
Yep.
yellow, because your belly is your stomach, right?
Hmm.
And if you're, yeah, doesn't it? If you're yellow bellied, you're a coward. Yeah.
Hmm. That's
Nice
what I
job.
would imagine. Okay, shall we move on?
Yes, let's do it.
Ooh, okay, feeling colorful. Have you ever felt green with envy?
I don't think so. I'm not a very jealous person. I mean, maybe a little bit, you know, I think probably when I was younger, I was, uh, jealous of little children things, toys or something. But
Yeah.
in general, I don't think I'm that jealous. Laura's asking if yellow can mean, I think you mean a sick
Hmm.
person. I don't think so. I don't think I would use yellow for a sick person.
Maybe
And
to
well,
describe their complexion.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you're so sick. You're yellow. Like you're
you
not
look
your
yellow,
usual
or
color.
but I think we also use green for sickness. We can use green or yellow, but again,
Hmm.
not as an expression, but just to say like, oh man, you look sick, you look yellow, but
Yep.
not as an idiom necessarily.
No. Yep. I don't think so either.
Michelle, when was the last time you saw red?
When was the last time I saw red? I don't remember the last time I was very, very angry. Possibly because I've been at home for 4 weeks now and I haven't really interacted with anyone. Um,
Yeah, there's
but
no
what does,
opportunity.
yeah, there's no opportunity to see red. But generally speaking, what really makes me see red is when people are disrespectful and inconsiderate towards others.
Hmm. Me,
That really triggers me.
hmm, hmm, me too.
When was the last time you felt blue?
The last time I felt blue, I think I live right now in a perpetual blue. This the quarantine is kind of it's a weird time, and so it's easy to just be in like a weird place, you know. Um I don't
Hmm.
maybe not so much for loneliness now because I don't feel lonely, but there's just sort of this ongoing, this continual, it's an interesting time. It's a I think a lot of people are sort of feeling um, just like a heavy, a blueness. There's this sort of
Yeah,
a sadness, a strangeness to the current situation. Yeah. And
yeah,
how do I get over
absolutely.
it? We've made a lot of routine in my house just to try and give us, because like it's weird when you don't have so much to do, like right now,
Mm.
to have a structure. I think is important, so we make sure in my house when we get up, we take a shower, we get dressed, we try and be normal even though every day is the same. So to get over it, we're just trying to um
To
you know
ground yourself in
to
routine.
ground and be and have a routine. Exactly. Yeah. um do you ever get in a black mood?
Of course, I'm human.
Of course, exactly. That's the answer.
Yeah, of course, I'm human. I do definitely get into a black mood, but what I do to get myself out of the out of a black mood is change my perspective.
Hmm.
I try to view the situation through a different lens, try to see it um, as something I can learn from, something that has a silver lining. Just
Hmm.
trying to find the good in a situation, and I try really hard to focus on that. And eventually, the black mood lifts. Perspective is everything.
Yeah. You just use the
Um,
silver lining, which is another nice color idiom. And I've written up here.
hmm,
So, silver lining is something good that we can find in a bad situation. There's always something good, right? The lining is when you think about your jacket or coat, the inside of the coat we call the lining. It's
mhm.
difficult to see. You have to look for it. So, oops, Michelle just disappeared. I don't know where she went. So the silver lining is that good thing. Um, oh my goodness. Everything disappeared for me, you guys, the lesson and everything. Um, oh, thank you, Elisa. If any of you at home want to think about some of these colors and share some stories while I work at opening up our lesson. Elisa says, at the moment, I feel we would have to say it, Isa. I feel like I am in a black mood, or I have a black mood. Welcome back. Because I cannot see my family and friends. Yeah. So Elisa, you feel very, very heavy then, because a black mood is um really strong. I think maybe
Mhm.
I hope that you don't have a black mood. I hope that you're feeling blue, because a black mood is Black mood's really, really, yeah, to me a black mood is really, really heavy. I hope it's just that you're feeling blue and not black.
Yes,
Are you
I
back,
hope it's
Michelle?
blue
Everything
and
good?
not.
Yeah.
I am
Great.
back. Sorry, just got
No
disconnected
problem.
for a minute. I'm back.
Cool. Do you want to
Okay.
go on to the last little bit just because there's
Yeah.
one more little section and they're kind of cool.
Hmm.
4 or 5 more um expressions that we have. I think
Yep.
some of
Here
these
we
next
are.
ones, these I think some of them are similar in Italian as well, but just so that you know that in English we also have some of these expressions. Um,
Okay. Shall we start?
yeah,
Black. Black sheep.
black sheep, exactly.
Do you have that? Is that there in Italian? A black sheep?
I'm pretty sure they have black sheep in Italian. Do you have in your family? Do you have someone who's a black sheep?
I think that would be me.
That would I think that would be me too. Not maybe for bad reasons, like really bad
No.
reasons, but more just because I've left the country. I'm not like hanging out with family. Like I'm sort of like just the different one, really.
Yeah, same here. I don't think my family hates me, but I'm different, you know. I haven't gone down the traditional route, getting married, having kids, um, you know, living with my folks. So I would be definitely be the black sheep of my
Yeah.
family.
Me too. I'll do the next one. So
Next,
green, green. Let's see. We have lie, area, blooded, thumb, and hand. And this is green thumb. This is your thumb. This particular finger is your thumb. So if you have a green thumb, I think in some places people say a green finger. Where I'm from, we
yep.
say green thumb. But if you have a green thumb, it means that you are good with taking care of plants. And I would say that in general, if I want to have a green thumb, I have a green thumb. But if I don't, everything dies. But when I take care of plants, they usually do pretty well. So,
Okay, so you do have the green tone.
yes. If I choose to apply the thumb, it is green.
I do not have a green thumb. I don't know if that's I because I don't have any natural talent towards growing plants, or because I've never applied myself 100%. But my mom, anything she touches flourishes and turns into
Oh,
a
good.
mini forest.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, like for like so it's what happens in our house is that outside our apartment we have this massive patio. So what she does is that it's just full of plants, and every so often we have to get rid of a few plants because there's no sunlight coming in. The plants have just covered everything.
Nice.
Okay, next up, white. Okay, so we have lie, area, blooded, and handed left. So I'm going to go with lie.
Uh-huh. Excuse me. A white lie.
Hmm. So a white lie is when you tell a small lie, maybe to make someone else feel better. So you tell a small lie with good intentions.
Hmm. Marcelo got it. Good job, Marcelo. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So it's the lie to prevent making someone maybe feel bad. Like when someone says, "Hey, do you want to go to a movie tomorrow?" And maybe it's just that you don't want to go. I mean, not because you hate the person or something, but you don't want to go to the movie. But to say, no, I don't want to, you say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I already have some plans." And maybe your plan is to be on the couch doing nothing, but you tell the little white lie just to move by, just to cover yourself.
Or the most common white lie when someone presents you with a dish that they have prepared themselves, that they've cooked themselves, and you go, so good. But it's not that good.
It's not that good. Yes, that's the probably a really common white lie. Yes. Nice job. That's really interesting. I like it. It's very different. All white lies. And what you're really saying is like, what have you done here? This is not. I don't want to eat this. Mm. So the next we have red.
Hmm.
This one is interesting. So it goes with handed. So red-handed,
Hmm.
and red-handed means when you are doing something wrong, something you shouldn't be doing, and someone finds you at that moment while you are doing the thing you shouldn't do. Another expression that we have in English that I think is similar to the Italian one is like the story of the little child with the mother, and the mother has made some cookies, and and she says to the child, do not touch these cookies. And the child says, okay, mom. And the mom goes away, and the child is reaching for the cookie. And while the hand is on the cookie, the mother comes in and says, I caught you with red-handed, or I caught you with your hand in the cookie jar. I caught you while you were doing this.
Red-handed, fantastic.
Red-handed, yeah, red-handed.
Okay, next up, blue. We have area, blooded, area and blooded. So I'm going to go with blue-blooded. And basically, someone who is blue-blooded is someone who has is royal, is of royal birth. So Meghan Markle is not blue-blooded because
Mhm.
she became a princess by marriage, whereas Prince Harry, who was born a prince, is blue-blooded.
Are you blue-blooded?
Definitely not.
Yeah, me neither. So,
We'll survive.
well, we'll be okay. Yeah. So, blue-blooded just means you're royal somehow. You're connected to a royal family. Yeah. And so the final one we have is gray area. And gray
Mm.
area, this has the idea of like, so if, when we're looking at a situation, sometimes we'll say things are black and white. So very clear, very easy to see the choices. If something is gray area, it's not so easy. It's maybe more confusing situation, or when right now there's a lot of gray area. Well, maybe not so much now, but when like the decree for the coronavirus, when we started having to work from home and be at home, people weren't very certain about, am I allowed to go outside? Am I allowed to do this? Can I do this?
Hmm.
There's a lot of gray area about what we were allowed to do. Now we all just know black and white. Stay inside, don't go out. Done. Black and white.
Yeah, but we very often say that life happens in the gray area, right?
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
means that things in life are usually not black and white. Anyone above 20 knows that.
Yeah.
There, there is a lot of gray area in life, and this is what that refers to: the area that's undefined and uncertain.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, with that, we are almost out of time. So, shall we do a quick wrap up?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we can think first. So first we saw the ones we saw before this. Which ones do you remember? So the ones that were just colors
Mm-hmm.
acting as idioms. Maybe we can
Mm-hmm.
just like say them off. Like, what do you remember? What were some of
Yeah,
the
okay, here they are. Here are the
yeah.
colors.
So
Okay,
maybe
so
at home,
green.
this is a good moment. You can just kind of be reviewing if you can be remembering, and Michelle and I will say them.
Okay, so I'm going to give you the idiom, and Seth is going to give you the meaning, and then we're going to flip,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so green, to be green with envy,
Which means you're very jealous. And red, it was seeing red.
which means you are very angry. And
Mhm.
with blue, What did we have with blue? I actually can't remember.
Feeling,
Blue blooded?
feeling
No,
blue.
feeling blue. Yeah, feeling blue is when you are.
Very sad and lonely as well. It's a pretty heavy, a deep sadness. Yeah.
Hmm.
White
And
is
we have
white as a ghost.
right when you
Oh.
are really scared. White as a ghost. Pink, to be tickled pink.
Tickled pink, which means you're very happy with something that's happening to you. Maybe a gift at a birthday party, you feel really happy. You're tickled pink. And the last, black, if you are in a black mood, angry, depressed, grumpy, cranky. Excellent words, grumpy and cranky. Cool.
Okay, with that, we are out of time, guys. Thank you so much for joining us and participating. We really appreciate it. Seth?
Yeah, so thank you guys again. We are Michelle and Seth from Milan, and keep on coming. A lot of participation for you guys from today. Thank you so much. Also, check out our school or your own school. Almost every school has a Instagram page. There's SOS English, which is a national page for all of the schools in all of the countries that we've got. Check these out and keep on practicing. And we will see you next time. Thank you, you guys.
Bye, everyone.
See you later.